What is personal knowledge management, PKM?
Personal knowledge management is the practice of capturing, organizing, and reusing information so it becomes easier to think, create, and make decisions.
Why is capture important in a PKM system?
Capture prevents useful ideas from vanishing and reduces the mental load of trying to remember everything in real time.
What makes a good capture habit?
A good capture habit is fast, low friction, and consistent across devices so ideas can be saved before they disappear.
Why is over-collecting a problem?
Over-collecting creates digital clutter, hides important material, and gives the false feeling of progress without real understanding.
What is progressive summarization?
Progressive summarization is the practice of highlighting and condensing notes in layers so the most important ideas are easy to spot later.
What is a second brain?
A second brain is an external system for storing and organizing knowledge so your biological brain can focus on thinking and creating instead of remembering details.
What is PARA?
PARA is an organization framework made of projects, areas, resources, and archives.
What belongs in projects?
Projects contain short-term efforts with a clear outcome and deadline, such as launching a landing page or preparing an interview loop.
What belongs in areas?
Areas hold ongoing responsibilities you need to maintain over time, such as health, finances, management, or learning.
What belongs in resources?
Resources contain reference material and topic-based knowledge that may be useful in the future.
What belongs in archives?
Archives store inactive material from projects, areas, or resources so it stays searchable without cluttering active work.
Why should notes be written in your own words?
Rewriting ideas in your own words improves understanding and makes notes more useful when you revisit them later.
What is evergreen note-taking?
Evergreen notes are atomic, reusable notes written clearly enough to stand on their own and connect to other ideas over time.
What is an atomic note?
An atomic note captures one idea per note so it is easier to link, refine, and reuse without confusion.
Why are tags less useful than people expect?
Tags can help, but too many become messy quickly. Strong titles, folders, links, and search often matter more.
What makes a note title effective?
A good title is specific, easy to scan, and descriptive enough that you can predict the note's value before opening it.
What is the purpose of linking notes?
Linking notes helps ideas reinforce each other, exposes patterns, and makes it easier to find relevant context during future work.
Why should a PKM system connect to active projects?
Knowledge systems stay valuable when they feed real work, decisions, writing, or learning instead of becoming passive archives.
What is just-in-time note review?
Just-in-time review means revisiting notes when they become relevant to a project, meeting, or decision rather than reviewing everything constantly.
What is note decay?
Note decay happens when saved material loses context or usefulness because it was never processed into something reusable.
How do templates help knowledge management?
Templates reduce friction and create consistency for recurring note types like meeting notes, reading notes, and project briefs.
What is the ideal number of inboxes in a PKM system?
As few as possible. Fewer inboxes reduce duplication and make processing easier.
Why should you distinguish signal from noise?
Because high-value insight compounds over time, while low-value clutter makes future retrieval harder and decision-making slower.
What is the role of weekly review in PKM?
A weekly review helps clear inboxes, organize active material, and reconnect notes to current priorities.
How can AI support knowledge management?
AI can summarize, cluster, and help query notes, but it works best when the underlying notes are already clear and structured.
What is a good question to ask before saving a note?
Will this be useful for a future project, decision, conversation, or explanation?
Why should capture and processing be separate steps?
Separating them keeps capture fast while preserving a later moment for thoughtful organization and reflection.
What is a reference note?
A reference note stores facts, definitions, or source material that supports future work.
What is a project note?
A project note tracks thinking, decisions, and resources tied to a specific active outcome.
Why is context important in notes?
Without context, a saved idea may be accurate but still unusable when revisited later.
What is a source note?
A source note captures key ideas from a book, article, podcast, or video in a way that preserves attribution.
Why should source material be attributed clearly?
Clear attribution prevents confusion, supports credibility, and makes it easier to revisit the original material.
What is a knowledge bottleneck?
A knowledge bottleneck happens when useful information exists somewhere but cannot be found, trusted, or reused quickly enough.
Why do simple systems often outlast complex ones?
Simple systems are easier to maintain consistently, which matters more than theoretical elegance.
What is a synthesis note?
A synthesis note combines multiple sources or observations into a clearer point of view or framework.
What is note compression?
Note compression is condensing material into the smallest useful form without losing key meaning.
What is the connection between PKM and writing?
Good notes shorten the distance between raw inputs and coherent output because ideas are already partially shaped.
What is a strong PKM principle?
Store information in ways that make future action easier, not in ways that simply feel organized today.